All right, here we are. So, it's been a minute since my last Runeterra stream. It really hasn't. It's been like one day. But, we got some catching up to do. A little bit of catching up to do. So, I was spamming Anivia. And to be clear, I still don't dislike that deck. I just... certain situations in this meta, Twitch has 2 days. Okay, fair enough. It's been a rough couple of days for me, trying to get my sleep schedule fixed and not quite there yet. I don't know. There were just certain ways, like, I really enjoy the control package, the killing part of this deck, where we just have a bunch of good cards to control their board. I love it. It's a big part of my playstyle. I like it. The part where we actively started playing cards to go for the win was maybe a little bit less comfy feeling. Because, like, Anivia alone hitting the board wasn't even like, okay, I win now. Or even like 2 Anivia. It was like, it's a grind out deck, right? It just wasn't as proactive, and then certain cards, I really hate expensive cards for the most part. I really don't like tapping out, with the exception of like, I still really enjoy Ruination. I like the dynamics it brings in the mind games. But there are just some times where it's like, okay, I have to ruinate his board now, and he's got like 7 mana left to redeploy, and then I'm screwed next turn anyway. So it was just... I don't know. I really enjoyed the deck, but I like this deck a lot more. You deck which has your opponent sweeping on turn 1? We're kind of working with something like that. I'm running Tom Kench Soraka, which we'll do a little bit of housekeeping before we queue up. For those of you who do not know, this is a pretty much new, one of the most recent teams added to the game. It's not necessarily meta right now. It's not necessarily the strongest. It's a very unique deck type though, and I love the dynamics brought here. So, a couple of cards we need to know right off the bat. I'm not even going to go with the champions first. This is Star Spring. This is a full-blown win condition for 2 mana. It's a landmark, which just means we put it on the board. It's not really a unit. It can be removed, but there aren't really a whole lot of removal spells for it at the moment, but it can be destroyed. Yeah. We need to heal our stuff. Stuff meaning units. Like, Nexus healing doesn't count. If we've healed 22 damage, we just auto-win. Once the round ends. That's a very specific... You know, it's not hit 22 and end, it's hit 22 and then... not die in the process, because you can still absolutely get closed out on in time. Alternate win condition? Absolutely. This deck is all about that alternate win conditions. This is the curve of the deck as well. You'll notice, if we were playing extremely slow last time, we are playing not necessarily always proactively here. Are landmarks destroyable? Yes. Landmarks are the newest mechanic in the game, and so like if we search for landmark, you can see like draw or destroy a landmark, draw, destroy a landmark, draw or like kill a unit or destroy a landmark. Like there are cards. They aren't necessarily common, this being probably the most common one right now. One of the more popular decks. Some versions of it do run it. So, you know, kind of relevant. But yes. I made a couple of tweaks, personal tweaks. This card isn't typically run, but I didn't even finish like doing the main. So that's our alternate win condition. This is one of our champions, and the moment he hits the board, everything just completely tweaks. We have... He starts off as a 4-mana 2/6. This is all you really need to know about him. At the start of each turn, after the first turn that he's played, we make this. This character is all about essentially deleting units, but we have to make him healthy enough that he can take the hit, because they will hit him. So I don't know, let's say, what's some big boy? Okay, sure. Let's say this thing has 8 attack. Kench alone cannot eat it. We've got to give him the health support, give him extra health. This deck has plenty of cards that are more than willing to do that. Yeah, it is... This deck is just all over the place, man. And we've got Soraka over here. Once she's leveled up, and the level up condition is really easy. She doesn't have to be out to get this. But once she's leveled up, the first time we heal each round, we draw one. This deck already has, like, you'll notice, like, all the cards being extremely cheap. Part of the reason it's able to get away with this is we have a lot of cycle. So 2 mana, pretty good spell. Draw one, probably one of the best spells in the game right now, just for its pure efficiency. Guiding Touch, if we have a leveled up Soraka on the board, this is essentially heal 2, draw 2 for 2 mana, which is also a huge swing, of course. And then, yeah, at the same time, of course, hard removal is going to be a big concern for us. So normally these decks only run 2 of these. The Spell Shield will stop the next spell that was going to hit me. So let's say they play a instant removal, and I try to defend with Spell Shield, they would have a chance to pop this. So I'm bringing it to 3 just because I kind of like having that control. I added 1 Star Shaping. You could take or leave this. It's not actually super relevant for this deck, aside from just being like a 5 mana burst heal 5. It might help in some situations, though. Just kind of messing around with it. And yeah. I think we just jump on in. So the other part of catch-up. So that last Anivia stream that I did, we were kind of like plateauing Diamond 4. It wasn't super great. I think by the end, I was kind of like Diamond 4 or 40 LP. So I switched to this deck. I've played 20 matches with it, and I'm 75% winner with it. Again, it's not even considered the strongest deck right now, but just people struggle to know how to play around it. And currently, we are Diamond 2. So we are already halfway through Diamond with this deck. I apologize for not streaming it. It was like, straight up with my bad sleep schedule, it was like 4 in the morning. So it's just like, is there any point going live right now? I'm not really too sure. I didn't do it. But yeah. So I think it's just time. We'll see what happens. 2 were up. Maybe I should have done. Who knows? We have until Friday. Today is Tuesday? Ooh, this is an interesting fight. This is considered to be one of the stronger decks right now by a lot of people. It's also considered to be extremely difficult to play. Fashion is a card I would like to have here, but is a card that I don't know that I can necessarily keep without having any playable units. That's not bad. It's not a bad curve at all. So with his deck, it would be really nice to play Boxtopus, who's a 2 mana, 3/1 essentially when he comes out on the board. If we could play Boxtopus into Soraka, it's a really, really nice opener. I don't know that we get away with it though. So a better curve here might be to play Starspring now into Boxtopus with Guiding Touch to potentially protect him next turn. Because we play Soraka alone, she doesn't really do much. She's like a healing support, right? If we do this, he's floating 6 mana. We might get a bit of mana out of him. Like, we could pre-heal and go for the kill. I think that's completely unnecessary here. We just pass here. And 2 Bastions here is actually really nice, by the way. He's going to be playing cards that he invokes, basically makes from scratch from a limited pool of cards. Involving stuff like a meteor that can obliterate. Ooh. So he spends the 3 that plays around Guiding Touch. Alright, character's basically dead. We could heal him just to get the heal, but I don't think that's really the right play here. He's not doing anything dangerous to us. Okay, he taps out. We can just flood. He'll probably swing with the 3/3. No. Not feeling it. I think he's just straight up playing around Guiding Touch. Fair enough, man. And then, yeah, at the end of each round, this will heal everything in our board once. So, pretty nice. Our hand is a little bit odd. We kind of need Soraka to level up so we can start cycling, or we just need to, like, play these Guiding Touches somewhere. He probably isn't going to block here. Most people just avoid trying to damage us so that we can't heal our units. We could play Starspring just for mana efficiency. We really kind of do need to almost just be playing Guiding Touch here to cycle with those hands.
I'm doing this my way.
Okay, so she's at 5 right now. We don't have a Hush. That helps. Obviously, we're very bad on card efficiency right now. I mean, we have 4 things on the board, yes, but until she levels up. Okay, I would assume he will just swing with these two.
Here's the fun part. Trouble coming at ya.
Is he gonna take the pass back? Okay. Considering how bad my hand is right now, I'm actually perfectly fine taking that. So I don't think we are allowed to swing here, because we would have to Hush reactively if Soraka swung, and we can't really have that happen. I think we're okay. Actually, if we pass twice, or if we just pass now, we are just gonna get Soraka leveled up because we'll do 1 heal twice. It's a very odd hand though. Pre-Bastion is never the play, but it just feels really bad to be burning this much mana this frequently. This does just happen sometimes with this deck. So now we got heals online. I assume he's gonna try to level up Vi before swinging. I mean, only 4 out of 22 right now.
How is your flock, little shepherd? They're stronger every day, just like me.
She wants to hit 10 attack. She gets 1 attack every time he plays a card, and she wants to hit 10 to level up something. I would assume he's gonna play something else. Okay, I guess not. And we're just kind of just chilling. Notice how he's got all these units, but he's afraid to swing. This is because people hate damaging my units, because it potentially gets me closer to this win condition. So this Hush buys us a turn, but we really need Soraka to start cycling some damage here. I think we just take the double draw. Second Hush helps stall, doesn't exactly help us win though. This card is pretty fun. It starts off as a 1 mana 0/3. The Lamp doesn't need to be in play while the healing occurs. It does. It needs to be on the board here. It can't attack or anything, right? It's kind of just immobile sitting here. I still think we're kind of positioning defensively for now. I don't think we're openly swinging here. At least we'll see what we draw. Ooh. We could get a Vi pickup. We don't really heal off of attacking though, which is kind of awkward. I don't really mind replacing a unit here, I don't think. I almost wouldn't mind replacing this. Like, it's really not doing a whole lot for us right now. There is the question of blockers, I think. Let's just try this. So with Hush, we would get the tough off of Vi. He could have something like a Guiding Touch, which would punish that. We would have Pale Cascade to counter. What else do we lose by attacking here? I mean, if we do, we're attacking into a 4-attack stat line, and all of our units would die to it. We're not really that interested in taking that trade. I think I'm sort of fine. His Vi should swing here. Yeah, second Soraka kind of helps. Still not really on the proactive side of our deck. We're mostly just on answers right now, which is... It's fine. We're like, this deck can play fast and it can play slow. So, like, we're not that bad being in this situation. But of course, we would rather have more healing by now. Been coming out with the live streams lately. I mean, hey, this is gonna be a busy week. Okay, he takes the level up now. This should be a Vi swing.
It's smaller than a diagram.
But yeah, what's up, Jacob? Man, it was really unlucky timing. I really wanted today to be the reset sleep schedule day, and I got to like 11 a.m. and then the alarm swung around at 2 p.m. that I was supposed to get up on, and just kind of failed to achieve that. I wonder if he would... So if he has multiple copies of Vi, he has this spell called Vault Breaker, which would give them ramping damage. He would have to spend... Jacob, you are ridiculous,
Can you
sir.
show us the deck
Sir.
set up again after? I just came. Embarrassed smiley face.
Sure. Absolutely. We got the double alert still. Alright, for now. I think we put Streamlabs in timeout. Interesting cascade. I think he's just trying to fish for like a get excited here or something. Alright, we're taking more damage here, so we're just happy. Basically, this deck that we're playing is all about trying to get beat up.
Take heart.
Take a double draw. Oh my god. It's all just the defensive side of our deck. This sucks. We're fine. Like, oh wait, he played Pale's Cascade to keep her alive. I'm an idiot. I could have just countered. But I think we're fine passing here.
I feel better when you feel better.
I promise there are more cards in this deck than these four, but you wouldn't know it by this match. So we have another Soraka in hand. If they take Soraka, I'm kind of okay with that if we offer a pass here. He's on 10 cards, so he'll actually burn one. He kind of used to play something. He's been like slowly leveling up his Heimer, which is actually kind of an issue for me. But yeah, like, how awkward does this match feel? Like, how different does this feel compared to even just like playing a control deck, right? Of just like, it's weird for him too. He has all of these uses on the board, and he's just like, I'll pass, man. These Bastions are simultaneously like really nice to have, but also he has to try to do something to us first for them to matter. So they're kind of just dead cards for now. You never really want to play that proactively because he has a really cheap way that he could just, you know, stop that from happening. Okay, so he'll get her back up to, 4 health. We have a pretty easy 5 attack stat line we can give Soraka here, so it doesn't really matter. We can trade our Soraka for his Vi pretty easily. Like a Patreon or something like that. It's coming, it's made, but I'm not allowing myself to get it public until at the very least LSTB 101 is finished. Ooh, here we go. Alright, a new card. Believe it or not, it actually exists. Ooh. I mean, the 3 attack stat lines he can kind of get away with. We can do this. I don't really mind taking 10 damage here that badly. There is a situation where it could matter, actually. We're already kind of in an awkward spot where they never really want to be attacking anyway. He can reflood with units pretty quickly, so I don't know if we want to give up all of our blockers. Ooh. So we can just take this 10 to the face and live now, which would actually be insane for us. This puts us at 20 out of 22 if we play this. He has a lot of cards in hand on 13 mana. This is almost too greedy. Right? Like,
I can be patient.
let's try it. I don't know. I'm curious. I don't think this is the right play. I think this is decidedly extremely not the right play. But if this works here, we almost just auto win. So her champion card, if we have multiple in hand, she will just fully heal herself, and now she is 11 health for this turn. He can have answers for this fairly easily. Double Hush. Yep, he's got the double Hush. Ah, you jerk.
I have consulted the stars and they are bored.
Okay, we got the spare Soraka. The Vi level up does suck though. We are going to start taking chip damage on our Nexus.
Caring for the stars shows their true potential.
I almost would have rather played Fortune Cooker right now, but I would like to take the draw if we can get it. This should be Heimer level up. Not quite actually.
It's smaller than the diagram.
9 mana Thermo. Okay.
Put on power to main laser.
Yeah, missing that one Pale Cascade a few turns ago put us in a really, really rough position here. Okay, there's no way he doesn't play this, so this pass is fine.
Everything can use an upgrade.
Yeah, playing all those cards there trying to take that vibe was kind of just like trying to make up for that last mistake.
We're all family here.
Like, if he didn't have Double Hush, we were actually in pretty good shape, but... So we have +4 health on someone. I think we'll start here. We can at least grab his Heimer here. We might need to get rid of one of the Star Springs. How much damage are we taking? We can block the 8/8. We're taking... So even though she won't be able to hit us, we're taking 5 from her anyway. So we'll block this. He can't pressure us that badly. We'll go down to like 5 health. He could have the rest of that damage in hand though, which is a problem. Is a big problem.
Where are you off to?
Not really the right play here,
After our own.
but not really a whole lot of choices again either. Maybe we should have just pre-bashed and gone for the full kill. We're at least taking some damage that we can heal up. Not that worried about it. I mean, the other Star Spring is a little bit lower on the win condition, but we weren't really within range for that anyway. And honestly, it's probably going to be better to play Star Shepherd here anyway and pick up a blocker.
You can sniff out any star anywhere.
Round and round it goes.
That's problematic, though. So we're at 12 right now.
We're all family here. Headed in. Freeze.
Out of the springs. I concur.
That helps. We're probably just gonna trade down to 8-8.
Please don't hurt them.
So right now he would have to play something to go for lethal, so I think it'll be better if we don't show this just yet. Just one Mystic, it's all he would really have to threaten here. He could have second Mystic plus Get Excited. We need an elusive blocker, so probably gonna be this. He still could have lethal in hand. It's possible. Kind of unfortunate having to use it this way, of course, because that could have been win for us next turn if we were able to get that much healing. So we need to get excited down. OnlyFans. Yeah, close enough. So we're alive? Question mark? Yeah, this is actually hilariously still winnable. But we have to hit the Star Spring at the end of this next turn without him being able to kill me. Yeah, missing that one Pale Cascade. Or like, if we hit that, that would have changed this match completely. Like, with how many cards we've gone through, he should have Get Excited. I think he's probably wondering about if I'm sitting on Guiding Touch right now, but I'm pretty sure I played 3 earlier, and he should know that. Like, we were just spamming them just trying to get any relevant cards. Maybe that was a mistake. If we play this, we won't have an elusive blocker. I don't think that matters here. Okay. So we can play the second Star Spring. That's basically lethal for us now. We just need to walk out of here in one piece and not get excited in the face. Battlefield board? Yeah. Close enough. Basically. If we do this now, it's going to cause him to react in a way that we might not. He might have just invoked another Meteor, which actually could just destroy our win condition now. I don't know, we really have a whole lot of say on that. Actually, wait. If we just pass, we win. We have 0 reason to play anything now. It's on him to react. He's probably got it. So this should be the 4+1. If we do this, okay. So we know he doesn't have Meteor. That was the card that the Solari Priestess just invoked. This is winnable. This is gonna be Get Excited. Yeah, I fucking knew it. God damn it. We were so close. One misplay earlier just cost this whole thing. Because if she was dead, we wouldn't be 3. It's just a whole cascade of events. But like, so this was a really awkward hand. I want to like get that across. It's like, we were still able to almost pull out a win on this. Like, extremely close. I knew it, like, I knew that he had that in hand, but we didn't. All of our Nexus healing, for the most part, was already spent. I think there were some lessons to take away from that. But, like, with a hand that awkward, I think I did okay. Yeah, so Get Excited is 3 mana, deal 3 to anything, but he has to discard a card. Yeah, to play discard 1, deal 3 to anything. Yeah. So, you know, 3 mana, deal 3 can go face, but costs you 2 cards to do it. It's a pretty balanced. It's just that's sometimes enough to get you over the top in damage. Yeah, I don't know. We kind of just wasted Guiding Touches to find draws. That maybe wasn't the right play. Missing the Pale Cascade to kill Vi was definitely unfortunate. Literally got your exact health. Yeah, totally. It was very, very close. Alright, so I guess quick rundown. I mean, you kind of saw this by now. If we heal our units 22 times at the end of the round, then we win the game. Of course, if you're fluent in CGs as well, it will heal and then check for the damage dealt. So we were at 19, we had 3 damage people, it would have gone to 22, and we would have won there. We have Tom Kench, who is just kind of a ridiculous value engine. Of course, not really that relevant of a stat line, aside from his health. But he can just constantly swallow an enemy unit, capturing it. If they kill him before he levels up, where he obliterates everything he's eaten, they'll get everything back. But otherwise, he, for 2 mana every turn, essentially, as long as we can keep him healthy enough that, you know, he isn't killed by eating them, because they get to hit him as they eat him, so, like, you know, big units are it's gonna hurt pretty badly. Yeah. He could just absolutely control the board. You know, 2 mana, remove 1 unit once per turn. You know, we want to take damage. He forcibly takes damage. It's just a huge... So a time bomb? Totally. Soraka, unfortunately, saw almost a little bit too much of her there. But yeah, just a very nice support card. Very nice heal card. We are a healing deck with healing synergies and units that hurt themselves but have high stat lines once you heal them. And then, you know, once you get to the level up, it comes pretty quickly a lot of the time. Drawing 1 per round, extremely useful. And then, yeah, the rest of this is mostly just cheap units. We have... So this is like a 2 mana 3/4 with Challenger, so he can drag whoever he wants, which is insane. But to play him, he's only a 2 mana 3/1. And then you gotta top him back off after that. You know, cards like this, cards that like to damage allies. You know, this one is easy. 2 mana, draw 1, set up some heal synergy. Yard in this game. Man, I'm not even... This is a crazy thing. They have like the full-blown... Yeah. The flavor in this game is super well done. Yeah, this is like a southern catfish tadpole type of fella. Got my arena. I always forget to check what time it is for my arena payout. Alright, so that was like a really clunky round with like a lot of really unfortunate cards, and we were still almost able to win. I think that's a good sign. I'm taking it that way anyway. Of course, would have liked to have won that. The whole goal being not losing at all, but it's whatever. Interesting matchup. So he can one-shot us basically around turn 6 or 7. We don't need 2 Star Springs, and Boxtopus is actually kind of nice with Pale Cascade here. We need to go hunting for one of his units, essentially. Hush also... Hush is our, like, safety vest, basically, for staying alive. Because he's going to set up one huge all-in with a bunch of buffs on his units, and Hush will be there to try to reset that, basically. Dude is thinking real hard, I guess. We can play this fairly safely. There's not a whole lot of reason to bank yet.
Oh, you're all so cute.
Of course, not really that good of a card to play early on, but we've got a curve. I mean, maybe we could have played, like, Star Spring now into bank 4 for Boxtopus plus, like, Guiding Touch. His deck doesn't really have a whole lot of removal, so we actually could just open play Box Topos here. And like, Star Spring isn't doing anything this turn.
Still going to scrap. Aye, aye.
Take the pass back.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
Okay, so this is who we're going to be hunting for, essentially. We could actually just... we can't quite go for the kill on them this turn. Actually, I think maybe playing them was a little bit awkward here. We could have gotten a pretty nice pickup if we had 2/2 for Pale plus Guiding. He does have cards to defend, though, as well. So his whole thing is he makes it a shadow clone of himself, and he wants to hit our Nexus twice. Probably just going to block with him just to deny one aspect of the level up. Kind of weird that he committed that buff now. He's just going extremely all in right now.
Hey, first. I am the shadow.
Yeah, I don't think playing this person feels particularly amazing there. We could just go for the pressure on him. Or we just have Hush, we could pick him up defensively. Let's play this for starters. I don't think we need to go for the kill him in this turn. I think we're kind of fine banking 5. We're going to have a 4-3.
We look after our own.
Do not deny me.
We're all family here.
Nice pickup. Happy to see her.
Skill me behind.
It's kind of greedy if we commit this, but we do kind of need to block some damage. And we do want to keep them alive. We have another Pale Cascade reactively. He's got, more than likely, some spells that can defend here. Double Soraka, kind of interesting. Alright, we can pick up the Zed. We're still alive. We're taking some damage here. We're going out of 9, but I guess our biggest concern right now is he has a Lee Sin, and more than likely he's going to be going for the kill on that. We do need to go Lee hunting.
Feel better when you feel better.
Are we just... Wait. Wait. Okay. Tom Kench, extremely important pickup right now. Are we killing him?
We look after our own.
We can swing him for 12. I don't think it's going to matter, though. We can play Soraka and get a draw.
Stop, ooh, you wee scruff.
We'll see. Should be playing Lee this turn, I would assume.
Beware the dragon spirit.
So is he going to be able to level him up, though? He's got 3 1-mana spells. This isn't really relevant. Let's play Soraka, we'll get a draw off of it.
The possibilities are infinite.
It's possible we're supposed to play Tom Kench and try to eat him next turn,
How did you get to
but I don't
so
think
much
I have
Soraka?
enough
It's a
ways to give him health. It's a little bit easy for him to defend against me eating him. I don't know, if his turn was going to be to lead this turn, maybe swinging wasn't exactly the play. Or like maybe we could have developed Soraka fairly safely here.
I'll see this through.
I feel better when you
So Bastion will effectively stop us from getting killed this next turn. Pretty much no matter what he does. Guiding Touch also helps. We're 10 out of 22. We got some okay healing. Yeah, he was pretty much always going to be playing that card here. This sets up the all-in. So when he levels up, he will kick an enemy into our Nexus, dealing his attack as damage. On top of that, he will also, because he has, this will give him Overwhelm. He will, because the blocker gets kicked out of the way, he'll also attack again. So effectively, he'll do double damage and have, you know, just a nuts amount of... Like, if he has 10 attack, he just hits us our base for 20, always. Because we have Bastion, we can stop the kick that he'll do automatically.
Fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Our enemies would be foolish to underestimate you.
Yeah, I think we're just chilling here. We can actually kill his Lee.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Our enemies would be
I don't think he can level up, actually. This is a really weird turn for him. Huh. If he was greedy, he would drag this, but if he drags that, then he's dead. I think I'm okay with passing here.
I am the blade in the darkness.
We can't play time, unfortunately. Or can we? If we guiding... Nah, we can't really... We can't afford to let Lee Sin connect here. Unfortunately. Should just be double gem here, I assume? Or maybe double gem on clone. Or on Zed. Double gem on Zed is probably the better play for him here. He's already threatening lethal here, so he doesn't really need to double down. That would just be greedy. Yeah.
I will not hold back. My lands need me.
I guess I was wrong about Bastion.
Prepare yourself.
He isn't gonna die here, of course, because he has the barrier.
the stars and they are bored.
So Soraka can block here, and she'll be perfectly content to do so. Killing Nexus feels more responsible here. Yeah, sure.
Strike firm. Center your spirit.
His Zed pretty much just dies here if he takes this swing. He commits it. Wow.
Go no further.
Okay. Oh wait, he's... I forgot, he doesn't even have leveled up lead. That's why he was second guessing it. Yeah, we can just play Tom Kench for free here. I don't know... Again, this attack is kind of awkward. He can't play this gem in response, but... I don't think there's much to think about here. He'll do 3 damage to our Nexus, or I guess 7, technically. Maybe we're supposed to block this, but we have plenty of healing.
I will find the goodness in you, River King.
Hope only provides temporary sustenance.
Now's about the time where we might be considering surrendering.
We're all family here. Take heart.
Breathe in.
I think we actually get a... okay, not with those guys. If we eat here, we can get him up to 8. I don't know. He can't play this gem in response, which is good. But otherwise, we might just be killing our Tom Kench for free here. I don't have a counter for Bastion, unfortunately. Okay, so we don't have to worry about him taking that damage, though. It just cancels the spell, which is fine.
You had your chance to walk away.
It would be nice to cycle for Hush if we could. Fortunately, I don't know if we can really, like, do a whole lot of digging safely. He doesn't really have anything he could do to us this turn. We could just start shaping our face.
Close your eyes, and the stars will fill you with their light.
As of right now, he doesn't have Dragon Link, so we actually don't even necessarily need an extra blocker here. This has Overwhelm. Is this that good of a play, though? Living Legends might be better here. Let's try Living Legends.
My comestibles are getting cold.
It's possible we could attack and he can't barrier. Let's just... I don't know. We know he can't kill us. Sure.
I will not hold back.
Is he worried about me attacking here? It's pretty much never gonna happen. Oh wait, can it? I mean, he's got 5 blockers for R5. We're not... I don't think we accomplished that much by doing it. He is 5 health, actually, from what we did earlier, so... like, we would just feed them for free. Is there any way he could kill us? Not really. He'll level up. I think we're fine. If we didn't have Bastion to kick, then I would be thinking differently about this.
I feel better when you feel better.
What is gained when you declare malevolence?
Appetizers are pretty.
That is stupidly... that is the top deck. He would have to pre-Bastion. He would have to know to pre-Bastion right now. Even then, we're still fine, because we have our own Bastion, but... alright, he'll level up.
As the dragon will. My lands need me.
So Bruce Lee's gonna try to kick me in the face. So why are we dead here? And we can just hush, we're fine, but I wanna... like, shouldn't the spell shield block here? I guess it just counts as striking both. Yeah, fair enough. It's because of the writing on this spell. He is hurting both. Now seems like a perfect time for a meal, I think. I don't know what this last card is, but...
Plenty of room inside.
tasty. I think we just win here.
We're all
I'll menu.
Yep.
Take heart. Live with purpose.
We win on multiple accounts. We win on killing his face. We win on getting the win condition. I mean, she is. We're still lethal. You need more than that. Not. Also not. You still need more. Yeah, you actually, ironically, still need more. That'll help. He has to know. Dude, what? You. On some crazy freak accident situation. I mean, we win. There's no reason to do this, but I want him to know. Whatever. Dude was gonna lose this turn anyway. Okay, fine. Fine. I'll stop. And then... Yes. Alright. We didn't really get to do a whole lot of Tom Kench action there, to be honest. It's kind of just... Lee Sin Warfare. Nice. Nice and simple. Honestly, it was like he found most of the cards that he needed to find too. Like the Zenith Blade. Maybe like the couple of Eyes of the Dragon was a little bit bricky. More wins? That's the hope. I like this deck more than the control one. I like both, but I think the problem is I don't like the Anivia win condition that much. Ooh, this matchup is tough. It is winnable though, but we need a very specific set of skills to pull this one out. Okay. I kind of want a hard mulligan for Starspring and Tom Kench here. Two Starspring a little bit too much, and Broadback Protractor is not really going to do much for us in this fight. I wouldn't assume that they're going to be damaging our Nexus much. We need Tom Kench, we need the card that... Okay, we need this card, we got that. It's a good start. Kinda helpful for this matchup. Our turn 4 is really kind of lacking here. Not helping. He's on a very passive... we could just play him just to develop, I guess. Like if he plays Maokai, his champion or something, there's nothing I can do to really stop that here.
I'll clear a path for you.
Good to see you.
We need Tom Kench to show up.
The blessed eyes
Yeah.
live.
If we had Tom Kench on this turn, then I would feel fairly good here, but... don't worry, it doesn't matter.
Live with purpose.
The healing has to actually occur, like, even though she technically healed for 8, it's 0 for purposes of this. Like, the damage has to actually be done and repaired. And also, he won't actually damage himself and heal our Nexus if it's at full health, unfortunately. Ruination gone, that's extremely good for me in this matchup. We need that desperately. If we play this, he has a counter for it. We need this for Tom Kench pretty badly, though. It's awkward. Bastion is almost the correct play here in a way that's kind of dumb. This stops him. If he has 2 Vile Feasts, then it doesn't successfully block it. I think if we're gonna play to win, we need to hang on to this. Actually, that might be the wrong call. Because we can fish out. Wait, I'm wrong. I thought that was the boxer.
Stand back.
Still a very bricky hand.
I've got this.
I mean, not bricky, but just... we need a bit more proactivity.
Take heart.
Like, honestly, if he's playing this passive, it would be fine, but we need... Are you sure? Don't really like spending that card that way, but I would rather keep the Cycle Impale. Okay. We're closer to level up. They're about to go deep though, and we don't have Tom Kench, and they can play Nautilus next turn. So unless he has Jettison, this won't turn into a sea monster, but yeah, still, I think we have to just play this.
Live with the possibilities are infinite.
I'll protect you.
If he plays Nautilus, we're in trouble here. Okay. If we play Boxtopus, then we are giving him... We need him to attack first. He could just pass back.
I'm still good to scrap.
It sucks because we kind of need this Pale Cascade to be able to threaten Maokai, but we can't threaten Maokai if he's dead anyway. Guiding Touch, actually a pretty nice pickup here. I don't know, we need to play it now though. Kind of late Jettison. I don't know if that came from the left side of his hands, if he just now got it. We really do need a way to be able to reach Maokai though. That is
Stand back.
ridiculously essential here. Alright, so what does he get? That's gonna be painful, but we can work with that. Still no Kench.
Take heart. Live with purpose.
Start the round. Should have stayed home, pal.
So at the very least, if he wants to take all of our cards this round, he's gonna have to replay Maokai, so that's 4 of his mana gone. He can't play Nautilus. Like, he cannot do both.
Time to enjoy the night sky.
Is there ever a situation where we're attacking with all of these? I don't know if I want him to. We kind of need to take more damage. I'm not sure.
Take heart.
Why? We maybe should have pre-hushed him, actually. I think we should have pre-hushed. If we pre-hush, this wouldn't have happened. Alright, so we have 4 turns to get this off, basically. We actually can do it, by the way. Oh, he's down to just champions. Interesting. So I don't know if he made the treasures then. It also means that we're definitely going to be fighting Nautilus next turn. Is it ever going to matter if I, like... So we're getting 1... This is probably more healing. I think we're threatening lethal next turn. We still get rid of a crumble, which would be able to kill this. I think we get the win here. If he has atrocity, we're actually in trouble. So I think we actually need to hush now. We've got fearsome blockers. He tapped out of atrocity mana, so yeah, this is the final battle, basically. He has 4 units, we have 4 blockers. Or he has 5, like 4 blockable. Why? Ooh, nice pickup. Not really relevant. Again, the matches should just be ending right here, but... Look at this. Just taking 10 to the face like a champ. Should just be the game for us. Whew. So I played one of these matches last night. Same exact matchup, by the way. He made 3 of those docks that just like keeps on churning his cards and then turns into a sea monster. Made 3 of them. They all turn into those treasure hoarders, the 10A guys that make treasures in his deck. And he played one himself manually. So this dude just had treasures galore. I could see that he had 4 in his deck, 2 of them being like the just make 5 free cards in your hands for 5 mana. Was barely able to block that attack. Had like 2 Nexus health left and was able to get the win off same way. Again, like we didn't even have Tom Kench in like on board. If we had Tom Kench and like were able to buff him up to be able to eat Nautilus there or anything like that, it's such a different fight suddenly. Interesting. This matchup might be rough. They have a card called Culling Strike, which kills somebody with 3 attack or less, which is our entire deck. Just straight up our entire deck. So that's fun. Okay, Pale Cascade counters it. At least for that turn. Something like a Bastion would help more long term. Very nice pickup. This is going to be a very Tom-centric match. If he passes, I think I'll find a pass back here. Sure. We're gonna get hit for 5. It's fine. Have I lost besides that first match yet? Hey, I'm on a 75% win rate with this deck. We are cruising comfortably. He might try to Culling Strike here, and we've got the counter. No. For 6 mana, he could re-Frostbite me, which is actually kind of scary. We're probably supposed to attack here. No reason for him to block it. I agree.
Let us peruse this establishment's fare.
So you're swinging for 5. We got 6. If he just goes for that, we're comfy. If he plays something, I think we eat the 3/3 so that we can full heal and go to 10. You could like play an Ash, who would also be more than happy to eat here. I feel like if he had an Ash, he would have played it last turn though. I'm not sure. And now is not the time.
Nowhere to go.
We don't have a Bastion. We are a little bit at risk here. If he's representing 8 mana of tools to try to counter him, even if we Pale Cascade a Culling Strike, he could re-Frostbite and then we would lose that trade. I think I would still prefer to do this. I can't just let him get wide on us because we were pretty much all on spells right now. We have to use Tahm Kench to keep him narrow.
Come on in.
Look at potential cards in his hand. Just trying to read him. Do we care? Not really. We're just going to take a bunch of damage, and we are more than happy to oblige here. Yeah, man. Beat me up.
You are mine.
Big boy. Getting bigger.
Remember me.
You know, as you do.
Appetizers of plenty.
So we can't quite eat yet. We do have, like, heal 2, give him 2 health. We have 8 mana right now. We kind of need almost all of them, actually. Like, if we're going to make this an eat turn, I think we pass here. Because if we keep the status quo, then just we block him. And we're happy, and we get further ahead on healing. I want him to commit mana first. Probably good. Not. God, I've been missing Galaxy Heroes climbing. I finished 9th in Squad Arena.
There's something from my tastes.
We can start here. Yeah, we can start here. This is a little bit risky, but we'll see.
You had your chance to walk away.
Call with 4 or less power. I don't have a counterplay for that. Are we going nuclear? So we do have a button. We've eaten 2 people. He thinks he's getting the bag right now. Wait, we have 2 Pale Cascade. I'm an idiot. I think I'm still letting him punch me in the face for 5 damage though, which...
My comestibles are getting cold.
is maybe less than advisable. Yeah. Oh, we should have healed him. We had a counterplay to that. Unless there was another card they had that would have frosted. Okay, we have to go full nuclear. Otherwise we lose. So that card can only frostbite us if we were 3 health or less. So we drew the heal that actually could have topped us up to 5, and we would have been out of range. So by silencing ourselves, we delete all of those units from our hand, basically. I think that's a game-losing play, though. It's possible he could have had the other counter card that would have, been fine for us anyway. But, we are in a very awkward spot suddenly. And that's gonna make it all the more awkward.
Everyone here, let's go.
The possibilities are infinite.
Damn, yeah.
To heal and
That one small mistake.
Part to you, Soraka.
I don't think we have any reason to swing here. Pharaoh is too scary. Star Shaping, extremely good draw here. If all of his mana goes into Decimates and he thinks he can just finish, which he will right now, let's let him commit both. Let's emote. Just to play into his power fantasy. Oh no. You've killed me.
Pain is nothing.
Okay, so he's just floating one Decimate right now then. I mean, he's thinking he can drag Soraka with Pharaoh. Do we need to press anything right now? I don't think we do. Is there any way we pick up a surprise Sedge kill? I don't think we do yet.
take heart. Live with purpose.
Another obstacle.
I think this seems like a satisfactory block. Soraka lives, he lives. I think we need to try to Star Shape him potentially. We'll see. We'll see how he reacts. So 6, 5. We would get 11 right now. We're 1 off lethal actually. Wait, holy shit. I don't think we can flinch here. I think we need him to decimate. If he decimates, we're happy. Okay. I think we win. Very nice pickup. We need 10 healing. God, this is such a juicy turn. There's so much to think about right now. We'll start cheap. I mean, everything in our deck is cheap, mostly, but we'll start cheap.
Only the finest serve.
Ah, that's fine, man. Yeah, burn away. Burn it to the ground. Now you show up. Jerk. This guy doesn't know. He lacks critical information. So what do we want right now? Who are we dragging? We could drag Tefarian Assessor. How much health are we representing?
By starlight.
Ooh, you wee scruff.
If he just takes this block, I don't think we can give him that. I think we have to play something to make him react first, because we need to actually take some damage here. Okay, 20, 22. So we get lethal if we box the post into heal. Maybe we weren't supposed to attack with them. I don't think it matters, but it could. I think we're fine. I think we let them die. I think that's a good amount of mana for him to spend here. We represent lethal in hand and on board, and he's running out of cards left to react with. If he has Culling Strike, that's maybe awkward. No, he can't. We can't lose this. I'm wrong. So he has to do something now or he loses. Yeah. Woo!
The stars will remember.
Alright, I'm flunking out in Galaxy Heroes arenas at the moment. Alright. The train chugs along. Man, Tom Kench showed up so late to that too. He would have been so nice to have. Alright, I'm swapping over for 1 second. It takes so much concentration to try to stay on top of this that I straight up just completely forget that Galaxy Heroes exist. Even like I've jumped into like 2 arena fights in the background while trying to play these matches and just cannot spin these plates at all. Luckily, this fight's one of the easier ones, I think. I'm just comfortable with it at this point. We could actually probably even auto it out from here, but just in case. Because the ult hit so early, there's a little bit of babysitting required. I've never tried a more aggressive style like this before. Does that feel good? And we still got the bomb, so we could just take a kill right now. We'll get dazed in a second here. Yeah, Plo Koon with 3 less ships on the field. This is suddenly such a different fight to wrap up. Nice. Of course you take a 1. Of course. I mean, the AoE timing kind of annoying. I was really hoping that would one-shot. Alright, I think we can just auto it out from here. Okay. Back on over. Okay, so we're 3-1 so far. Started on a loss and then stabilized, and that loss was very easily almost a win. Which is a bummer. We could have been 80 out of 100. Oh god. This mirror, as I understand it, is supposed to be Cancer. So what is it? He has the advantage right now if he finds Tahm Kench. So basically, because we're playing on even numbered turns, if we both play Kench on 4, he will get to E-mine on 5. This Bastion means that we can potentially take back priority on that. But this is quite literally just Kench Wars right now. Kench Warfare? Yes, I did.
I'm not afraid. Just a wee bit blind.
I'm fine taking that. Please. Nope. Nope. Is there any way we could have reached to kill him this turn? Not really. Okay, if he plays Tom Kench, I think I just grab the dude. Okay.
Pablo's been down.
We actually...
Out.
Are we winning? We winded this? He could do, like, double Pale Cascade. I think we're supposed to pass. If we pass... No, we have to... We have Hush as a counter to Pale. If he goes for, like, double Pale YOLO play, we have a counter to that. If he does something like a pre-Bastion Pale, that's actually kind of sick. It would kind of just screw me over. Or we could just pre-Bastion. We'll live.
Couldn't have summarized it better myself, child.
I think we're okay here.
I am here to help.
Interesting.
Why don't you make like a banana and split?
There's like no universe where I should spend a Bastion here to keep the Boxtopus alive, I don't think. It might be better if we just Hush now so we can't drag it, so we can keep it alive.
Getting cold.
So the nice thing about having these Bastions in hand and why I don't want to spend them is... Okay, he's just going for like winning it on heals. So we can take his Soraka next turn. Nah, she'll level up. I don't think we're supposed to take these blocks. Yeah, we'll let him swing. We're just supposed to start systematically deleting his board. And if he plays a Kench next turn, then we can just bash in his eat attempt.
Will, there's a will.
So he's going to think I'm misplaying right now. If he has Kench in hand, he's really happy about this. Does this work?
A feast awaits.
It does. That's convenient. You might have a second. Oh, that was a misplay. We shouldn't have damaged Kench. We have a counter, but we might have just thrown a little bit. If he has a second Pale. We should have just damaged Octopus. That was an extremely bad play. Oh, the level up. We can play this out, but I think I just threw there. There was zero reason to damage Kench. That was just a brain dead play.
Excuse my impertinence.
We can see, but it's not a great look.
No more of your crap soup, lassie, please. It's that soap. You'll be drinking.
I think if I'm just conceding this, I'll take the shame concede. We would have been so far ahead if I just didn't. Or a unit that I don't want to get hurt. I want to keep healthy. It's just a really questionable play. Alright, peace out, Jacob. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'll Shane concede that one. That was... I don't need to talk about that one. We were in such a good spot too. Finding Kench early, he didn't have the Kench in response. Even if he did, we had double bash and to protect. We were so comfy. We were there. I got too cocky. This is actually kind of a nice card against Diana. I don't know that we're supposed to keep this though. Like, this isn't a bad hand, actually. I don't know. I kind of want to try playing this out. We're attacking on odds, so if he plays Diana somewhere around here, like 2 or 3, we have the 2+4 fairly comfortably. Maybe we're supposed to do this. Let's take half and half. Oh god. Yeah, maybe should have kept the other stuff. I mean, against Invoke it's maybe not even that bad, but... So the problem is we can't actively just pass next turn either. Triple Bastion. It's fun.
There's always fighting 8-punch Pablo.
If he passes, I think I take the pass back. Right now he's probably thinking if I would actually like sack my unit actively for him to play Diana.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Okay, so we need to play around that being a meteor potentially. Which the meteor actually could kill Star Spring, so it does imply that we need to either find out what this is, or we need to win without Star Spring. Or like find 2. I don't know if I want to burn all this mana. I don't think we can. I think I'm forced into like just doing this proactively now. We'll bank 3 if he passes back, otherwise we can play Fortune Croaker and start cycling. We really need draw right now.
You're in for a whooping.
Yes. So this dude has a second hush. Okay. Unfortunately, that does kind of break us here, but...
Targon's history is in each stone and star.
Everyone here, let's go. For silver, my dog, Targon.
Okay. Still just War Cycle right now. I mean, triple bashing can cause some really awkward matches sometimes. Like, if we were playing against, like, Shadow Isles Freljord right now, this would be a pretty good feeling hand, assuming we can find Kench or Soraka. Weird situation. I mean, he's, like, the problem with passing back so much is he's kind of content to just wait until Aurelion Soul comes around, so, like, we are kind of just... That helps. We've got 8 bangs right now, so if he does Meteor, he casts 2 Hush. I don't know how many other cards he could... He does have ways to pop Bastion, actually. We need him to potentially burn some. Yeah, he's not gonna. Problem is we can't really develop anything without, like, going under 8. We still need to keep in mind that this could be Meteor. I don't know what the odds are that he'd be running Vile Feast. He played 2 Hush.
Show courage.
Would not be surprised if he just passes back. Okay. Okay, we can play Kench safely. 6 is good for us. And we can actually check if he has Meteor now.
Propagating quite the appetite.
If he does, he plays it here, most likely. That or he waits. Please do. Damn, that's only a 6 cost. That's actually gonna be really, really hard to play around if he has pings. That was rough. Alright, so we have this in hand. We can eat his Aurelion Soul when it hits the board. Thankfully. We don't really have heal sources though, which is a problem. It's a huge problem. Okay, there's the comment. If he has a way to ping this, I'm kind of just hosed. He does. This guy is a god gamer. Picks up 2 obliterates. This always happens to me whenever I play against Invoke. Like, just a ridiculous amount of obliterates from their Celestials. Thinking real hard about this one.
The warrior, deliberate and ruthless.
We'll see. We'll see what they pull out. That is going to be a Diana Razel. Yeah, no, just a little bit clunked out.
Hello, Runeterra. Let's rock.
But he just wants to level up, I guess.
We look after our own.
God, we really just don't have any ways to heal either.
They are.
Like, if we had Kench on board still, this is so playable.
My, how they stare.
Stars fall.
If this is gonna happen, we basically have to just play for the win condition.
Live with purpose. The possibilities are infinite.
Okay, so we take about 8. Yeah, it's just... we're too far from the win condition, I think.
Live with purpose.
I feel better when you feel better.
Eight. I would assume we're taking a little bit too much damage here to really be able to deal with. Plus, I'm pretty sure he has more cards coming. Yeah, that's good. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, triple Bastion is breaking out sometimes, but like, is that worth taking it out for matchups where we would prefer not to have it? I mean, that is a personal choice I made, and it is feeling kind of bad, kind of frequently. I took out a Shakedown for it. I don't know if I want to go back to 2 of it, though. I feel like it would be the exact same scenario. Okay, what's a unit? The dress is what I'm looking for here. Alright, this is what it's supposed to be. We take out a Shaping, we put in a Broadback, we put in a Shakedown. That was the classic list. I guess Shakedown, actually, I might be down to go back to 2 of. Broadback Protector, I don't know if I buy. The best I could say about him is he has a huge health pool for blocking. Let's just go back to the classic middle list. We'll see. I do think Star Shaping has helped me in some scenarios, though, right? Yeah, I mean, Shakedown gives us self-damage and then allows us to force them to trade, and we kind of have just been, like, sitting there awkwardly staring at people sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. It's a card that will feel bad in some cases, but I recognize why going down to 1 was probably hurting more than helping. I don't really know what this archetype is. I mean, it's like, obviously, Control, might even have like Karina. If we can find Tom Kench, this is actually a fantastic hand. And also preferably Star Spring, but like, double Astral. We're gonna be taking a lot of heat from them. Bastion, because they're in Shadow Isles, there's gonna be like Ruinations and Vengeance is guaranteed. We do need Bastion. Of course, in the matchup, or in the one match where I'd go down from 3 to 2. This is probably going to be a pass first, I would assume. Okay. Bastion pickup. We're on 8 cards right now. We can afford to do 2 more passes before we start burning. The problem is I'm pretty sure he's going to be on stuff like Ladros, and if it stalls that long, we're going to be in trouble real quick. I think maybe we're supposed to just be flooding right now. Okay, we find Kench, actually. That was supposed to be Guiding Touch, but if we're pushing damage this turn anyway, then it kind of works out. If we play Soraka, we'll still have enough for Guiding Touch. We're giving his Ezreal a lot of level up targets, but again, I think we're just trying to, like, we actively need to just start killing him. That, or I'm supposed to just play Kench and be okay with it that he blew so much mana this turn. We can do this and still play Kench. Kench can actually eat Ledros as well, which matters here. Like, is this worth it? We're just feeding him more Ezreal level up targets. This is going to be 3 out of 6 just for this. I think we just play Kench. I think we just say fine. The fact that we have Kench now means we're kind of okay with all that happening.
I've been propagating quite the appetite.
The Pale Cascade was kind of a misplay. I don't think it's going to matter in this matchup at all, though, actually. Maybe for Vi.
Appetizers are plenty.
So his Vi should have 5 attack, I think, if she's been sitting in hand, and he probably plays her here. Does he have a ping? Oh, you. Yeah, I don't know. Feels a little bit rough sometimes. I don't know, maybe we weren't supposed to just be pass spamming like this. We don't really have a defense against Ladros now unless you find another.
Pablo's been down, but his knee out.
Yep. So by doing that, we can play Soraka, I think, pretty safely now. And still have mana to do this, which helps. The Boxer could still die here. Probably does still die here. We'll see if he commits more now, though. And if we play Soraka, we're pretty much tapping under. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the right play is here. I'm not used to this matchup. He's definitely got something else in hand, which is why I don't think we can play Soraka that easily. Plus, even if we did, she wouldn't be leveled up anyway, so her being on board doesn't really help much. Okay, 4 mana. I'm perfectly fine taking this. We need Soraka to hit the board and just start generating a ton of draw value for us real quick. We need to catch up on cards, basically. We don't have a Bastion. I think he has Ruination. So let's just play accordingly. We could maybe try to add this in, but like, because we don't have that many extra units, I don't actually know that I want to give him even just an extra 1-drop for Runate. There it is. Fairly low commitment playing a 1-drop. So we get at least 1 draw out of her.
I am here to help.
The Star Child. I'll clear a path for you.
Good to see you too.
Very weird match. I don't know if I'm supposed to self-damage now. I think we wait. We get a draw. Interesting. I'm still expecting more hard removal out of him. If he has another Ruinate, then we're kind of just screwed. Yep. Triple Bastion would have felt like this. This very easily could have been that Bastion that I took out potentially. It's possible that we were supposed to just shake down and then have Soraka heal once just to try to draw something else useful. If we draw another spell here, it's going to be...
It's a big responsibility to shepherd stars.
So Hush against Latros is going to be good here if that's what he has. Probably just gonna play protection. We don't really need to.
We look after our own.
Cascade, I mean, it's more draw at least. Sure.
Revolution by our hands.
Okay. If that's his game plan, I'm pretty fine with this here. We have Hush.
Hit 'em where it hurts. I feel better when you feel better. No, the stars! Enforcer down. We look after our own.
It's not quite.
Go, Osu.
I guess. Like. We're just so behind on card advantage now with that.
Please, I have connections.
The little engine that could.
Check me out.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Don't blink or you miss me.
I mean, we actually are, like, fairly close to being in range of winning here.
I feel better when you feel better.
That's the start. If it's gonna start anywhere, it's gonna be with that. We're also fairly closely in range of just actively dying here.
Tilt over Enforcer on the scene.
I don't change fate, but I can see it.
Not helping.
Justice firsthand. Freeze.
Fairies assistance.
We look after our own. Get back here.
Should just drop this down here. Or face.
Firing.
Oh, progress though. Yeah, can't play around that. Huh. I don't know. I don't know if I was just supposed to flood early. Like, we did have early drops. Actually, okay, wait a minute. I don't remember the name of this card. Xenoblade. We can basically pick up an alternative win condition with Star Shepherd by giving it Overwhelm. It's clunky. I don't know if I'd run 2. I could try to. I'll try this. Because, like, there are some times where we just have a massive unit on board and it has, you know, it'll still just get blocked out by, you know, whatever 1 drop. And, like, it doesn't matter if it has 20 attack or 2. It's still the same outcome. At the very least. This gives a little bit of pushover. Alright, there's another control matchup. I think we're a little bit more favored here. There's no, like, ruination or anything to deal with. They've got a few cards that'll just kill us if we've taken damage. We have counterplay by healing them. They do have like a Uniflood kind of game plan though, so it's possible we were supposed to keep that early drop. Also, they very likely could have a card that will just kill Star Spring, so I don't think we can just rely on it.
Time for the main event.
I'm still good to scrap.
Axes coming right up.
Scare me behind.
Honestly, so I don't mind that being spent there. It denies him a discard target. That was 2 card investment for 1 though, so he's ahead by 1. I would prefer them to use that there instead of like on Soraka. I mean, he could just have another, but I don't really want to let him just go face. We could just pass. Like, we could play her. Okay. He's still on 3. If he has it, then whatever.
God axes need victims.
You are better than this.
So he has 1x, potentially pushing him to 5 damage if he has a discard. That gives him 1 attack. She's got plenty of tools to be able to self-defend. He has Guillotine. That'll be a little bit hard. We spent the card that would give us 4 healing.
Time to enjoy the night sky. Go no further.
I don't know, weird choice. If I offer him a pass, I feel like he might be happy to take it back. We're burning less than he is. Again, like, he should have removal for this potentially, so it's kind of a weak play, but we don't really have just on a bunch of spells. third one. Yeah. I don't know. These last few rounds have just felt really clunky. Like, we went back to 2 shakedown, and it's still just like... Maybe on my mulligans I should be keeping more units. I'm kind of just hard cycling for Star Spring. I don't know. I don't really have a way to defend Kench now.
It's a big responsibility to shepherd stars.
See if we can pull some removal. We just have to yellow it. I'm not sure. Okay, he doesn't. It's still not super productive to even be able to do this turn, right? Like, we do need to stop him from being able to post as much damage, but like, we can't really afford to take.
We look after our own.
Oh, I don't require a menu. Watch and learn.
Please don't hurt them.
How delectable.
We only really have Bastion as a way to defend. He doesn't have axes, so... I mean, there are plenty of cards in his deck that could punish here.
Closer, friend. Another nibble.
He can pretty easily pop the spell shield too. I don't know. If he has Pharaoh in hand, then there was no way we couldn't have blocked Draven here. It would have been safer, like, on the block, but we're just taking too much damage. I mean, his hand is running a little bit low as well. We would have to play one to draw from the other, unfortunately. We need blockers anyway, whatever. This isn't really a choice. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. This is why I blocked Draven, even though it got my Kench killed.
I got the spirits. These are my rules.
I'm pretty sure we're just potentially screwed here anyway. Going. So what does this mean necessarily? We can see what we draw. Like, Bastion will get them up to like 6 health. So Farron isn't pushing us for that much damage, but we're still dead pretty easily to him.
Let's do this.
You pay first. Where is assistant?
Yeah, we're just dead this turn. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like with Guillotine, Culling Strike, Scorched Earth, I'm not really sure what the correct play is there. Like, when you're playing against heavy removal decks, I'll keep trying. So this should be a fearsome deck, which is actually pretty strong against us. Not a bad hand, though. I don't mind the early drops, although he's a little bit dead weight. Okay, very nice, Dan. I turn 2 Star Spring doesn't really achieve a whole lot, but I don't want to play Boxed Abyss undefended either. If he plays Elise. Okay, that's even less damage than Elise would have been. If he plays Callista, I might just go 1-drop plus Pale. Okay. We're taking 6. I actually don't really mind this that much, though. He tapped out on mana, so we can kind of just do our own flooding. If I go into next turn with Kench, is there ever a reason why I care about not being able to bring... What would I need mana reactive for? He's gonna have 4. Which doesn't really threaten Kench with much.
There's always taking 8-punch Pablo.
We actually could just offer a pass here. Okay, so he's gonna have a rally in hands. That basically just gave us information.
If you'd oblige.
Aye, is dinner on you then?
No, sir, friend.
So he could have another Mists, which would give them 4 attacks, so probably best way to play around this would be just granting health. Instead of taking him to 4, we take him to 5. We could actually play a Pale and block over here as well. This would be extremely all-in. We'll see. And if we walk out of this turn with that pulled off, then I think we're fairly happy with it. The fact that we know that he's sitting on a rally means that wiping his board was also pretty important.
I'm sure there's something for my tastes.
No more of your crap soup, lassie, please. It's that soup. You've been drinking this?
We shall not rest until all betrayers behave.
Ring the flipping bell.
If he has Harrowing, then killing Callista doesn't actually achieve much here.
Comestibles are getting cold.
I don't actually really care about its health that much. I would almost so. I'd like to eat this turn, but hard to say. If we commit, I think he has some strong potential counter commits. Okay, that might make me more confident then. I mean, if he has a ping... It's actually kind of easy for him to have, like, the 1 mana, or 2 mana ping 1. So maybe we just eat over here? If he has glimpse, we're kind of playing into it. We're not killing him, so we can't have Black Spear or kill Kench that way. Team has to have glimpse. That's the only thing he could be thinking about here.
Nowhere to go.
And this should be a really easy call for him. The only reason he'd be thinking about this is because if he glimpses this turn, he can't harrowing, which means he probably wants to harrowing. Huh. I guess I didn't think about more Demacia cards. Maybe that's why he whiffed. I mean, most of the time when you see Demacia, that tends to mean Rally. Interesting. Also, I just said Demacia. What about that?
Aye, right. Oh, you wee scruff.
I think we're just chilling. We're ahead on cards, then we have a card that makes another card as well, so it doesn't feel that bad. It's actually not bad as well. There's a lot of fearsome blockers. And we have Hush to remove fearsome from someone. He can't harrowing this turn. We're making some progress. I didn't play him because I didn't want to have to defend him from a potential ping with like Pale Cascade.
Pablo's been down, but he's nay out. Ah, I told your ancestors to protect.
Maybe we are getting a little bit punished for not going for Callista there.
Oh, you're a wee numpty.
He should be running Atrocity, so I don't think we could try to like deny the level up. Think we have to just take these blocks.
You're in for a woman. Oh, you're a wee numpty. You pay first.
Doesn't really achieve anything.
To all victory!
So we have Hush for her. We have Bastion if we just wanted to drag her. Yeah, there's the ping. I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about Hush being in this deck. Like, it's been insane sometimes, but...
No more of your crap soup, lassie, please! It's that soap! You've been drinking this? Pablo's been down, but he's nay out! Ah, I told your ancestors to protect!
So... let's see. We're 8 off. We're healing for 5. If we do this into this, we heal for 7, which doesn't quite get it. How... he could very easily kill me next turn. Okay. That maybe should have been Pell Cascade here, I think. That was maybe a misplay. If he has a ping, then I think we lose lethal. Finding those did give it to us, but... actually, wait, I'm just wrong anyway. This is like a Galaxy of Heroes style check thing. If we don't have lethal on this first one's healing, then it doesn't count actually. So, good to know. It's probably going to be a heroing here. We'll Hush Callista in response. Or not. If he has another one... I think we want him to attack now. So where does that leave us? We can bash into block of fearsome.
You're in for a whooping! Skilbeer behind!
If we do this, it leaves us super exposed. We might not be able to win this turn, which is a problem. I feel like if you had a ping, he would have used it last turn, though. He did flash something that actually could have been it, though. We already committed this, though, so this has to be the line.
Oh, you're a wee numpty.
Dude, I'm fine with that. Oh, if he has Rally, we're hosed. Maybe that's why his odds were so bad. If he's running like 6 Demacia cards, I think it's Rally. Oh, he's running 9. Assuming he's running 3 of those. He's running single combat and Rangers of Love and Rally. What a god. Are we dead though? We might not be.
Osu can sniff out any star.
The 5 overwhelm is what would do us in.
Osu, help!
Yeah.
Scale behind.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh well. I don't know. We're just on like a crazy tilt streak right now. I mean, I'm kind of tilted, I guess. There have been some mistakes. I don't know if I just play worse on stream or what. I was considering trying to tech in. Where is it? It's the deep guy. Am I just gonna have to control it deep? Where is it? I know it's... What? Oh, it's a Shadow House, that's why. Oh, I knew I wasn't crazy. Alright, I guess it's toss. That should be checking. Yeah, Shadow House. Yeah, it figures. I really wanted to try to fit that in. Not necessarily like useful for the win condition, but just a fearsome blocker with lifesteal. Seems like it would have been useful. And one of the biggest issues tonight is we don't have a defense mechanism. Like, if Bastion gets pinged, then we're kind of just hosed. I feel like she could actually be an interesting flex play. And giving people vulnerable just means that we get to pick all of our preferred matchups. Fearsome blocker, 6-drop. I don't hate this. There's some fights where she might feel a little bit clunky, but I mean 6 mana 6/5 isn't that bad either. I mean, this is like built for the archetype, but it has vulnerable, so it can't choose its blocks either. Like, it has overwhelm. I could try it. It's not really the point, but maybe. I don't remember what I just took out, actually. Oh, I took out the things. At least just having a couple of extra drops to search for if we're playing against fearsomes. Because not being able to block, like, with the traditional archetype, pretty much our entire deck has 2 attack or lower, except for the Boxtopus, and if we, like, Pale Cascade something. Or I think if Tom Kench levels up. Alright, we really want Tom Kench here, for the most part. Okay, we found him. That part. Solved.
By my honor, you must die.
We can't really deploy Soraka too safely here. I mean, I guess we kind of can. There's a lot of ways that he could. I think we play patiently.
I walk this space between worlds.
So if we do this, and he has single combat, we can still play Vigor. We should be pretty safe.
Propagate wide the appetite.
It must be done.
En garde.
Okay, we're working with 8. I think we can drop Soraka pretty safely here.
Don't require menu.
Rivers shape the land and give it life.
Only case of maybe not dropping Soraka is it would have been nice to have been able to have Eat plus Astral. Actually, maybe we eat us first.
My comestibles are getting cold.
That would be the biggest hell swing. Three mana heal 6 basically. So for 5 mana left, he could have Concerted Strike, which should hit us for more than I'm willing to risk this turn. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think I would have preferred not to have played Soraka this turn.
I'm sure there's something for my taste.
Try me.
And this feels sort of fine to me. We have so much heal support now that we can just go for the eats. If we try to eat this, it'll strike us and draw an extra spell, so it's not even that valuable. Yep, he had it, so we played around it perfectly last turn. We're feasting now. Yummy, absolutely. I don't think there's anything he can do to answer this. So if we eat next turn and level up, we'll get Soraka back too. So all this damage we will have taken, it's a shame that we don't have the heal spring out on board. We could be extremely close to winning off of this. We have 16 base health right now.
We swim within the flows of magic.
We're running a little bit low on healing. We have Pale Cascades to search for him, but
Appetizers are plenty.
Fiora actually can kind of just bully us here if we don't draw well. I don't know if we're allowed to go for Fiora here, actually. He has Riposte. Riposte plus single combat would be an issue for us.
Two worlds, one balance.
That feels like permission to me. Do we care about Fiora, though? That's the rest of his mana. We don't get our Soraka back then, unfortunately. At least not yet. Is he going for lethal this turn? If we play Star Spring plus Codger, I think we're okay. I don't think he could threaten lethal off this. He can push 10.
Let them eat swords. En garde. Try me. En garde.
So if we take these blocks, I think he could actually try to push harder, so I might just let him pass this. I might just take this damage. I don't know, this might be the wrong call though. But I don't think he would do this unless he had more of a plan. Battery's just playing it out because he doesn't have much of another choice. Let's try this.
A gift from the river folk.
Especially because he's getting so many spell draws. Like, yeah. So we have 8 mana to work with right now. If we try to eat, he could have like another concerted. He can't concerted plus repost, which is good for us. If he has concerted plus single combat, then I'm hosed. If he has that, then I'm hosed regardless, so.
My comestibles are getting cold. Care to accompany me, Star Child?
I will gladly guide all who seek my aid.
That's a tempting pass you're offering me there, sir. I don't have as much as I'd like to interact with you. We'll level up, we'll draw one off of this. I think this is fine. We're tapped under, he's burning more.
I weave my own.
So he might have deny, and if he does, then we don't get Soraka back. That would be the one downside to not going for the eat there.
Where there's a will, there's a will.
By starlight.
Do we win this turn? Problem is we don't actually have that much. Wait. Whoa. Okay, no. This is gonna be such a weird turn, man.
Take heart.
Alright, plus 11.
Live with purpose.
Currents pull them down.
I'm gonna print 2 Sorakas, basically.
We will reform.
Not gonna block the Chungus?
What form will the waters take?
Is there any situation where we couldn't just go for the eat right now? Okay. We still level. I don't think we're supposed to eat Soraka here because she's a heal target.
You're covered.
Duty, selflessness, heavy burdens.
He could have another Dunai right now, actually. Beefcake Tom, yes. If we eat Soraka, we'll get more stats. I think we've transcended beyond health. I think we're looking for healing. If he has a third Deny in hand, man, I'm gonna be so sad. So I was right about the concerted. Shen out. Only potentially healing 2 this turn, so I don't know that we just play a Star Spring here. Maybe we just play Shepherd. If he has Judgment next turn, he can't actually like win with Fiora by swinging. We gotta play a blocker.
How is your flock, little shepherd? They're stronger every day, just like me. Take heart. Live with purpose.
So,
Already let me in.
depending on his hands,
Don't require
we're gonna have to...
My strength is yours.
If he has a die in hand and he didn't spend it back there, then he actually could just lethal us right now.
everyone hungers.
Hush works. Hush means that when he comes to a full attack and tries to like riposte, because he's floating exactly 4 right now, that's what he's going for. We can shut that down. Stay alive. Yeah, okay. We had it. Finding that Hush was important.
Heavens rejoice.
I'll take it. Is this the same guy again? There's a Masters. I beat like 155 LP Masters last night. Kind of the same boat, we just need 10. That's an amazing curve. That is a fantastic curve. That is a disgusting curve. Depending on what he plays, though, I might not actually play the 1 and 2 drop yet. I still think patience is a good thing here. We don't really want to feed Fiora for free. Really like picking this up.
Water changes but never breaks.
I will find the goodness in you, River King.
Hope only provides temporary sustenance, child.
I don't think we buy a brunch immediately. This is a very, very important pickup.
I long for a worthier.
We can't attack, not with riposte in play. Actually, almost might be better to just eat Soraka right now just to get to 12 health so he can't threaten anything. Because if he has riposte plus single combat next turn, then it's really bad feeling for us.
Don't require menu.
We do also just have a second Tom Kench we could go for, but I prefer to keep this as an option. We don't have Hush, but we know that, or he knows that we could threaten it, so he has to play around it theoretically.
Sweet.
Try me.
He has to pre-commit repost right now, if he's gonna do this.
Nowhere to go.
I'll take 3.
A gift from the river folk.
I think we could take this. Now his attack is committed. I'm offering him a spell draw too, which he might be inclined to take. Okay. That's a huge trade for me. Anytime he does this, this is 4 mana for my 2 for a card. Like, this is a card for something he just manually generated, so I'm always happy to take that trade. I do think he's still sitting on Riposte plus other shenanigans, though. Our card for a free card, that's easy to trade. Easy, easy.
We swim within the flows of magic.
So what's in store for me, Nima?
I need time for commune talk. This you know.
I don't know if I want to actively flood. If we can't get Fiora under control, we don't want to... I mean, he wouldn't have mana for Judgment next turn anyway, but... We haven't as many bodies as he does, so the only real punishment to this would be that we're burning mana.
Cold.
I don't think we need to.
Advertisers of plenty.
Bastion pickup here is amazing, because now we have a... Well, we would have had a response to Concerted Strike Plus. Well, actually, we're fine. You would have to have a deny here to save Fiora. The fact that he's tapped so low on banked kind of limits his options here. So I'll take the swing here. He'll probably be happy to take the River Shaper, and I think we just Pale Cascade in response. I don't know if there's that much else we need to think about on this attack. She'll be 6. It's possible that he could... I still think he has Riposte. He's been thinking enough at 4 mana that I'm pretty positive he has it in hand. So maybe we can't take that attack. That's a second Fiora he just spent. There's the Riposte plus single combat. Can I actually answer this? I don't know if I do. Maybe we're supposed to eat first. He could have done this exact same... Well... No, I think I misplayed. We go to 11, he does 12. If we just ate Soraka first, we would have 15 health right now. We would be super safe. Huh. It's a bit of an issue. Okay, so let's act like we're doing a tilt attack. We'll see if we can get something. He's never blocking with Fiora, actually. There's no real points, but... He's tapped out anyway.
Live with purpose.
I mean, I guess he could have reposted and... single combated Soraka instead when we did that, but then he wouldn't be able to single combat Kench. Yeah, I think we should have just eaten our own first.
These woods protect their own.
Actually, we should have played Boxtopus. We could have done Boxtopus and killed Fiora. Okay. We're getting to Misplay City real quick. A lot quicker than I'd like. I don't know, maybe I think I don't know if I can, like, talk and play this game effectively.
Time to enjoy the night sky.
Almost been down, but his knee out. Ah, I told your ancestors to protect.
fate of mortals and spirits falls to me.
So he can't kill Soraka outright. If I pass, I don't think there's a way he passes back though. Maybe. I'll play a 1-drop. We need to get Kench back in the game. Isn't this the second match now where they've had double River Shaper?
Honor dictates both our actions. I sense an imbalance.
I never hold back.
En garde!
Nature blesses her followers.
Go no further.
This is outrage!
What form will the waters take?
I have no equal.
I've been propagating quiet the appetite.
I see feast in your future.
Okay. Bastion gives us a chance to eat that Fiora. So even though she's leveled up, her counter will reset back to 0 if we delete her. We don't really have any ways to protect his health other than that. That's why losing that first one was so bad. If he just has Riposte, we don't really have options. We could double Pale into Bastion. So if he had Concerted Strike, he wouldn't be able to kill us. That does work. But also, if he has another Fiora, then we're just gonna... She's gonna get re-released next turn anyway. We need to play each Cascade slowly, just to make sure, or see what we draw. I'm guessing this might be a Fiora's Riposte, so he's wondering if he should spend it. If he has single combat, then we're... Yeah. Yeah. It's just a snowball of mistakes from early on. Straight up, worst case scenario, if we didn't, or if we ate Soraka there, is Soraka would just get killed by single combat, and then we still get his Fiora, and we're still fine with a 10 health plus Kench. I don't know, man. I straight up just like the difference between me playing on stream and off stream is insane. I don't know what it is. It's weird too because in the past when I'm playing other games, if I'm streaming and talking through my thought process, I feel like you tend to play better because you're forced to like explain your rationale. I don't know what it is with Mark IV comlinks lately. It feels like it comes in waves almost. Alright, so we have another removal matchup. I didn't know that, like, Boxtopus would be really good here. I mean, of course, we lost him to Culling Strike last time. I don't know. I'm not sure what the right answer is. We can't just pass spam because he'll just get Pharaon out and then we're in crazy amounts of trouble. But like, there's no way we can play Boxtopus on 2. If he plays Ezreal on 3, the problem is like Soraka is just such a slow healing support. Like we would have to play her, and then they would have time to remove him still. We could play Star Spring to just check for Scorched Earth. So if we do this, and he plays Ezreal next turn, then we can actually play Boxtopus and get a heal on him. If he has a counter for the landmark, it's in his best interest not to counter it right now. He shouldn't counter it until it's like close to getting filled up and then stop it, I think. Ezreal, not really good play for him this turn. It would just add 1 extra damage. He could just keep flooding, I think. I'll take 3. So, still the same awkward boat of like, pretty much none of these plays are safe. We don't have a support card to be able to heal it up, or Soraka would be the safest.
Every step, a new journey.
Still weak to Calling Strike. But at least there's less cards that would counter it than otherwise. I mean, Mystic plus Flock.
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay. So I think first play next turn, we'll play Fortune Croaker and see what they do. Because if we can sneak it in, we can box it up and just kill us Ezreal immediately. We also have Hush for Ez, which is perfect, but this also gives us Cycle. Ooh. I wouldn't say right on time, but close enough. We did just damage ourselves. He actually could just kill us for this, if he has Noxian and Guillotine. Or it could look like bait. If he passes, I think I just pass immediately. Basically, for 3 mana, he can instantly kill a card that's been damaged.
The party has arrived.
He does not take it. So he's down to 2. He still has cards that could very easily just kill this. I think we gotta go for it. I wouldn't quite say it's a game-winning play, but it's close. He should. Yeah, he's got at least 6 cards in his deck that can stop this for 2 mana or less. Yeah.
By starlight. Take heart.
I don't know if I like this attack. We would have healed the exact same. I would just Draven block here.
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
I have consulted.
Got an axe with your name on it.
Yeah, I think that was also a mistake. Draven to 3 health and Draven to 1 health is basically the exact same against my deck. I mean, Hush, we can just block Draven and take that. I'd be more concerned about Ezreal here, though.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Go no further.
Time for the moneymakers.
So we could Cascade. It'll save her from the Mystic. He's still gonna have 3 extra mana. Like, this is a slow spell, so we couldn't fully heal her off of that. We could Fish Cascade, I don't know. Again, a lot of cards in his deck for 3 mana that would just outright kill her. It's probably better just to play a new one.
Firing!
Stars! I am here to help.
If he calls this, then at least we have Tom Kench. Less exposed, let's say.
There's always fighting 8 punch Pablo!
This is pretty much the issue. So many of his answers are at high speed that the chances of us connecting on Israel are actually like ridiculously low here.
Down! But his knee out! A win streak!
Stars fall.
Okay, he taps out.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
I feel like the Mewtwo has to be fairly bricked out.
How delectable.
On the off chance that he does have... Well, no, he's tapped out. It actually doesn't matter what we do here.
So what's in store for me, Mima?
I need time for commune, Tom. As you know.
Where there's a will, there's a meal.
It's cute that we could try to do this again. Extremely small odds of actually being able to pick it up. Actually, I don't even know if that's the right choice. It depends on what we draw from Pale. This Darkspring doesn't really do anything, so... Be gone, Jingle Bells. Would really have preferred that to have been a healing card.
They don't know what they're up against.
On the off chance that he's only on slow options, I guess we're just supposed to eat anyway. What? Okay, you gotta overwhelm drop as well. Yeah, there's a guillotine. Without something like Star Shaping tucked in, I mean, Guiding Touch, I guess, is a start. But, like, we still don't really have a win con. We're down to 1 card left. He's kind of tapped low, but... And if he has Fair on here, then it's just game, for the most part.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7... 8... Yeah, there's no way. I don't know. I don't know why I'm playing so bad on stream. I might just go offline. At this rate, we're almost back down to Diamond 4. That is nuts. I'm like -9 wins from the start. No. -4. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Go change your game type to lore? Oh, true. Whatever. I'm getting off. We can do some. I need to take a break. Oh yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace out.